Gloria is the National Director of the Work for EHC Mexico. Ask her why she does what she does, and she'll give you the type of answer that sticks with you. The type of answer that reminds you why we're called to share Jesus in the first place. She told us, "We immerse ourselves into the depths of society where no one else wants to go. We find people with drug addictions and with mental health problems, people who aren't even aware of reality. These people exist, and they're waiting for someone to reach out with hope of the gospel." These are some of the stories happening in Mexico right now.
We started the foundation called Braille Mexicana. We are dedicated in this foundation to teach the blind.
The story of Carlos is a literal story of the blind leading the blind. His message to those he works with is, "I've lost my sight. I was powerless just like you, but I found a way to begin a business. If I can do this, so can you, and I want to show you how." But he always wasn't so hopeful. At first, he was understandably devastated about losing his eyesight.
In 2001, when I lost my sight, I was really upset with God, with my family, and with the whole world. And I would ask God, "Why did you take away my eyesight?"
But in the midst of that, God saved his wife and restored his purpose. And now Carlos runs a program to empower the blind to run their own businesses. Gloria and the EHC team support Carlos's effort by equipping him with Bible software. Carlos says teaching others about God and providing hope is key to what he does.
The most important thing is to have contact with people who can't see, as it opens space for us to speak about the Word of God. The blind person is a person who is angry, frustrated with life, lacking love, and with a lot of rage, and with a great need for God. And we have seen that those who accept the Lord are people who are sincere in heart, that have received the great blessing, and it has changed their attitude. People, including those who drank and used drugs, have stopped because they are now filled with the Spirit of God.
The partnership happening with Carlos's foundation is truly remarkable. And this all happened because someone had the courage to reach out and share the good news.
For over 15 years, God has called me to prison ministry. This work could not be done without the help of the prison of Bordo, which has more than 30 groups. There are more than 8,000 convicts.
The work to reach out to Mexican prisoners is a coordinated effort with the government and a team of pastors who teach the inmates. But when we sat down with Pastor Orlando, he was most thankful for those who would never see the work firsthand.
There are people that do not know the convicts. There are people who have never seen them, but they are people who love the convicts because they are sons of God. This is why giving the Word of God is so beneficial in a prison. That is why I say this is a blessing even for the authorities.
The Word of God and the ministry that is happening in the prisons is not just helping transform the inmates inside the prison walls, but it's also helping them find a path to create a life for themselves when they are rehabilitated.
It is a blessing even for the families because the convict who is about to be released comes out changed and renewed.
Captives are literally being set free, families restored, and this is happening because someone had the courage to reach out and share the good news. Many villages in the state of Morelos are controlled by gangs and the drug cartel. They are the places organizations and businesses feared visiting. But Gloria and the EHC team trekked there to share the gospel. Now the local church is a vital part of the village. A community that has battled violence and crime now has hope in Jesus. This all happened because someone had the courage to reach out and share the good news. For us Americans, Mexico is quite literally our neighbor. The work EHC is doing is bringing hope to those who are ignored, neglected, and abused. And the team that is making the impact covets your prayers. We are bringing hope to one home, one person at a time. And this is all happening because someone had the courage to support the spreading of the good news.